Hello everyone, my name is Liu Yixin. I'm a lecturer from Inner Mongolia Normal University in China. And it's really my honor today to share my paper with all of you in the conference. And now please let me to share my screen with you so you can have a detailed understanding about my paper and my study. Okay, the paper I will be presented today is titled A Study Examining Gender Bias of Female Students in Group Activity Teams. And I would like to introduce my paper in these four parts over here, which are abstract, introduction, research design, and conclusion. Okay, so gender bias is a pervasive issue, and group activities that are commonly seen in schools, workplaces, and other environments may be a form in which gender bias is manifested and exacerbated. Therefore, understanding the existence and impact of gender bias in group activity is of great significance for promoting gender equality and justice. So my study adopted a mixed method research design, integrating both questionnaire surveys and in-depth interviews, and explored whether female students feel gender bias in group activity teams. And in order to further understand the specific manifestations of gender bias in group activity teams and the real experiences of female students, the study found that group activities may exacerbate gender bias and strengthen gender stereotypes. To minimize gender bias, some countermeasures, such as grouping by gender and increasing gender equality education and training, can be conducted. Next, I'm going to introduce some background information about my study. Although gender bias in the workplace and social life groups has received a lot of attention and a large amount of in-depth research has been done, the exploration of gender bias in school group activity teams still need further research. Student groups in schools are miniature school social models where interactions and exchanges may mirror future social behaviors. At the same time, gender bias among students may distort their self-evaluation and the evaluation of others, affecting their mental health and learning motivation. Therefore, in order to gain a more comprehensive understanding of the existence and impact of gender bias in student group activity terms, it is imperative to conduct systematic research and analyze on this issue. Previous research has proven that gender bias in the workplace has a significant negative impact on the career development of female employees, including unequal compensation and promotion opportunities. Apart from gender bias in the workplace, school environment also has grappled the attention of scholars. Schools are important places for students to socialize, and the gender bias can have a profound impact on students' mental health, self-awareness, learning motivation, and career planning. This can pose a challenge for students both in their academic achievements and their establishment of social roles and identities. Moreover, it can even lead to the underestimation of female students in certain academic fields. Besides, gender bias can also result in the unequal distribution of educational resources, making it hard for female students to receive the same educational opportunities and resources as male students. Although previous research has clearly shown the impact of gender bias in workplace and school environments, research in a specific school environment like student group activity teams has not yet obtained sufficient research. So more research needs to be conducted in this area. In the study of gender bias, how to accurately measure individual perceptions and attitudes is crucial. Based on a large number of studies and theories, Glick and Fisk proposed the ambivalent sexism inventory scale. The scale focused on two kinds of gender bias: hostile sexism and benevolent sexism. Exhibiting in different forms gender inequality, inequality can be found in both of them. The ASI scale consists of multiple items, and a Likert style scoring method is used. The scale has been validated and revised multiple times so that it has high reliability and validity. So my study would use these two to measure the data. Next, I'm going to introduce the research design part, which include research object, research methodology, and research results. For the research object, 38 undergraduate students in their second year participated in this study. All of them studied at the same university in China, majoring in internal management, and taught by me. The number of female students is 18 and the male students is 20. Moreover, the classroom teaching of tourism management involves a large number of group activities, and the students often need to cooperate in groups to complete various projects and tasks. At the same time, as I am the teacher of this class and very familiar with the learning situation and the background of the students, so the data can be more accurately explained and interpreted. This study adopts a mixed method research design, which combines quantitative and qualitative research methods. The ASI skill questionnaire survey was also conducted among 16 female students in the class before and after the group activity to ensure that all the students could have the questions based on their actual feeling during the group activity. Based on the results of the questionnaire survey, this study selected some female students who were willing to participate in in-depth interviews to explore whether female students felt gender bias in group activities, as well as its specific manifestations. Okay, let's look at the research results over here. Before the group activity, the average score of the ASI skill for hostile sexism among female students was 2.09, and the average score for the benevolent sexism was 2.27. After the group activity, they changed into 2.39 and 2.37. After the independent sample t-test, the p-value difference between female students' hostile sexism and benevolent sexism were both less than 0.05, indicating that there was a significant difference between female students' hostile sexism and benevolent sexism attitude before and after the group activity. The results showed that group activities might exacerbate female students' hostile sexism attitudes to some extent. That is, the activities did not effectively improve or even might have worsened this attitude, indicating that more attention needs to be paid to preventing and reducing gender bias in activity design. The benevolent sexism attitude of female students also showed a slightly upward and after the activity, which suggested that the group activity may have strengthened gender stereotypes to some extent. And in order to better understand the manifestation of gender bias in group activities, this study conducted an in-depth interview with 4 female students. In terms of gender bias perception in group activity, all 4 female students said that they did feel some degree of gender bias in group activity teams, including being interrupted, having their opinions disregarded or ignored, and being assigned to more supporting roles. They said these biases not only affected their participation and enthusiasm, but also has a negative impact on their self-confidence. In terms of gender roles and expectations, they felt that female students were generally expanded to be more cooperative and responsible for certain tasks, and they were thought to be more emotional. In terms of coping strategies and effectiveness, all four female students admitted that they did not adopt any specific coping strategies when facing gender bias. So, in terms of suggestions and expectations, female respondents suggested increasing education and training on gender equality. And secondly, they preferred same gender grouping. They believe it could promote in depth communication and collaboration between the same gender, improving their mutual understanding and respect, thus creating a more harmonious and equal environment. And finally, female respondents proposed organizing more regular lectures, seminars, or workshops on gender equality themes. And in the concluding part, my study suggests that unconscious elements or behaviors in the organization and implementation of group activities may exacerbate gender bias. Therefore, it is imperative for activity organizers to design and organize activity more carefully to avoid any factors that may reinforce gender bias. And the measures should be taken to create an equal, fair, and inclusive group activity environment, contributing to the goal of gender equality. And that's the reference for my point. And thank you for your time and thank you for your listening.